going to be very controversial because in order to truly collapse timelines, in order to truly quantum leap, you have to really fine-tune exactly where it is you're pouring your energy. When you think of the idea of transurfing reality, you focus on the pendulum and how, whether it's negative or positive, the pendulum is always swinging in order to bring your energy in a specific direction. If your algorithm, this one right here in the brain, if your mind is saturated with war, if it's saturated with horrible and negative things that are constantly talked about and discussed on the news, because let's be real, the news is a vicious cycle, then that is exactly where your energy is going to flow. So you have to be very cautious and very intentional about where it is that you're choosing to place your energy. And you have to be very cautious as to what you're choosing to be programmed and digested within your subconscious. Because you have to ask yourself, how often do you hear of a news story and it triggers you, or it makes you want to react, or you might want to leave a comment on something, because we're all very opinionated and we're all entitled to our opinions. But like everything in life, there's a cause and an effect. So if you are going to constantly focus on the negative things that are impacting our daily life, which, to be quite honest, have always gone on, there hasn't really ever been a moment where there isn't some negative atrocity going on. We just have social media and we're able to watch it in live time. If you are constantly focusing your energy on that, you're never going to be able to see anything outside of that lens or that frame. You have limited your mind and created a capacity as to what is possible. It's like a form of energetic ceiling, and you told yourself, this is as much as I can feel today because I have to focus my attention on the horrible things going on in the world. Now, this is not taking away from the fact that there are horrible things going on with our next door neighbors, literally right in our backyard at this point. But that does not mean you need to focus all of your attention there. If you want to figure out how to collapse timelines, you need to be very cautious and intentional about which way you're putting your energy out in the world, how that energetic pendulum is going to swing. This goes back down to the foundation of choosing. Choose, choose, choose. You have to make a choice as to where you're going to spend your energy, and specifically where you're going to pay your mind. Like I said, this is going to be controversial, but once you grasp just how impressionable and malleable your mind is, you really have to become so intentional about what you choose to feed it.